So I got this comment from Crypto Guru. It says here, there's an article on Litecoin that I found interesting, and I'd like to know what you think about it. Fast forward to 13 minutes of this particular video to see the article, and he posted the link to the article. The name of the channel is The Modern Investor, who currently has I think he has over 100,000 subscribers, right? And he basically talked about the article that I have shown on the screen here. It's titled Litecoin, a significantly overvalued relic, cryptocurrency hedge fund claims. So what I gathered from his video is that Litecoin, he said something about crypto 2.0, basically like the next wave of crypto. And what I gathered from that is what he meant is that we're seeing the very beginning stages of institutions getting involved in crypto. And there will be a time down the road where institutions are fully involved, and we'll look back and be like, oh, do you remember there was a time when institutions were not even involved? And so basically he's saying by that time when institutions are involved, I think mainly his point, to sum it up, is that Litecoin won't be relevant. Litecoin won't be one of the coins that anybody cares about. And he uses this article as well as kind of his own opinions to kind of come to the conclusion that he comes to. Also, I'm not criticizing anything that he's saying in the video. He has a different opinion than myself, as well as many of you. And this also kind of ties in really good to a different comment I got a few days ago about Litecoin. And the individual basically said something along the lines of, it was a rude comment, but it was kind of like, you used to be a Litecoin channel, along those lines and stuff like that. And I wanted to address that first by saying, when I was covering Litecoin every day, maybe between the months of January to May, I believe is roughly when I was covering Litecoin every single day. I was doing that, majority of the videos were on price of Litecoin. There was a fair chunk that was based solely on news, but most of them were about the price of Litecoin. And I think back then that was relevant to talk about the price of Litecoin. As many of you all know, I'm sure, it's not super relevant to talk about individual coins outside of Bitcoin right now in terms of price. As you all know, Bitcoin's kind of just, especially in a bear market, Bitcoin takes the lead and things follow Bitcoin. So we don't see massive breakouts from other coins. Aside from, every once in a while we see XRP had huge gains yesterday. If we just want to pull that up, XRP is currently at 32 cents. I think yesterday it was up 10, 15% like that. So we do see breakouts every once in a while, but kind of on average, in a bear market in particular, really, if you're going to follow a coin, it has to be Bitcoin. We don't really have a choice. So that kind of answers that question on why I don't really cover Litecoin every single day, is because I was covering it every day because of the price. However, covering Litecoin specifically on price now is kind of relevant because everything follows Bitcoin. And I do think that covering Litecoin's price daily right now, and that's why you don't really see it anymore. I don't think anybody really covers Litecoin only or specifically every single day, because, you can't really. You basically have to follow Bitcoin in a bear market. There will be a point where that won't be the case, 100%, I believe that. But as for right now, and again, that's kind of my answer to the question of why I don't cover Litecoin every single day. And as well, if anybody's questioning, somebody asked this in a comment the other day, if Litecoin was still my number one coin. And yes, to be honest though, it's more Bitcoin and Litecoin. I kind of think of them as a pair. Those are my number one coin. Even though that's two coins, I kind of look at them together. Now, this article doesn't look at it this way. This article does not have that same point of view, which is fine. But yeah, I just want to get into this article and then kind of talk about it a little bit. So this was published on ccn.com. The title of the article is Litecoin, a significantly overvalued relic. And that's, in the title, that's supposed to be an insult because a relic is something like old. Litecoin is an older coin developed in 2011, but calling it significantly overvalued relic is obviously an offensive title towards Litecoin. It's not meant to say that Litecoin is good, right? So this article obviously makes its stance very clear right from the beginning. So the article starts, proponents of Litecoin, the seventh largest crypto, have long touted it as silver to Bitcoin's gold. Much like physical silver, though, Litecoin currently trades well below its all-time high. This section here, a maturing market and a diminishing Coinbase effect. So what that refers to is Ethereum Classic being listed, and Ethereum Classic is currently less in terms of US dollar comparison than Litecoin. So Litecoin is no longer the cheapest coin on Coinbase as it once was. And I agree, and I think many people do agree, that one of the major first attractive things about Litecoin, before people knew much about crypto, just seeing it on Coinbase, is seeing that it's the cheapest coin. So that obviously attracted more people because you can buy more of it. Has the potential maybe to go, just as high as Bitcoin, right? Or maybe people thought that. Maybe people do still think that. Maybe that is possible. But the fact that it was the cheapest on Coinbase definitely was an advantage of Bitcoin. Or an advantage of Litecoin, sorry. It says here, Jane alleges that Litecoin's 2017 bull run came predominantly as a result of naivete among retail investors and immaturity in the crypto market. As evidence, he cites the fact that Litecoin was the least expensive per unit asset on Coinbase, one of the most popular trading platforms among inexperienced crypto buyers. That statement is true. Everything that sentence said there is factual, so I can't refute any of that. I mean, those are just facts there. I think it's known far and wide, like Coinbase is pretty much the entry point for people getting into crypto. Who knows if it'll be in the future, but at least it has been, and it still at this point is like, if you're going to recommend people to buy crypto, you're most likely going to say, hey, you know what, just go make a Coinbase account and buy it through there. It's simple, it's easy, it's the most similar user interface that we have to the general public today with things not related to crypto, so it's like the most least intimidating way to get into crypto, I would argue, so far. And some people don't, and it says here as well, some people don't even realize you can buy fractions of coins, which is true. I know for a fact a lot of people that aren't into crypto usually think you have to buy an entire coin, and that's not the case. So the fact that Litecoin was the lowest or cheapest also made it more attractive to people, because a lot of people look and see like, Bitcoin's 3,000 or 4,000 US dollars. I can't really afford that, but I can buy Litecoin for, I think maybe around like $30 to $40 back at the time when Bitcoin was that price. The article goes on that since Ethereum Classic was listed on Coinbase, it has further diminished the impact that Coinbase has, or that Litecoin has, pretty much being on Coinbase. This argument is the weakest. I'm still shocked that it's still an argument about Litecoin, or about Charlie selling his Litecoin. It says here, several analysts called founder Charlie Lee's decision to sell his entire Litecoin stake a red flag, regardless of his stated intentions in doing so, his intentions being to not have conflict of interest. So, I mean, Charlie even made this clear on the live stream of his speech at the Litecoin Summit, right? I think it was the very first event, and it was live, and you could watch it online on the Litecoin Foundation YouTube channel. But basically, again, he's brought this up so many times, but again, he mentions about why he sold. However, people are going to harp him for that for probably the rest of eternity, right? And the article continues, despite his intentions, a misalignment of incentives now exists that decreases his motivation to continue development and add value to the protocol. Again, I could not disagree more with that. I don't think the fact that he is not holding Litecoin has anything to do with if he wants it to succeed or not. And I'm basically not going to say anything other than that. I'm basically not going to add anything else onto that. Because if you disagree with that opinion that I have, there's probably not much that I would be able to say anyway to sway your opinion. So yeah, I just want to leave that at that. Another thing they talk about is it being used as a test net, and basically they're saying that's not very valuable for cryptocurrency. And they also argue in this article that Crypto 2.0, or the next wave, like the next bull run, when institutions get involved, when crypto really shifts into its next phase of adoption, however it happens, however big it is, however soon it is, they kind of just argue that Litecoin won't be relevant. And I just want to argue and kind of just give this, again, purely my opinion, but if there's a coin that is just there, ready to be used by the public, that works, that is accessible, it's been announced that it'll be listed on Gemini very soon, which I think means that Litecoin is literally listed on every major exchange, period. I just want to diverge a little bit and basically go along the lines of Litecoin is seen by many people outside of the Litecoin community, which is a huge community because crypto is a huge community and Litecoin is just one coin out of about 2,000. So the Litecoin community is very small in comparison to every other cryptocurrency's community, right? And I would argue that everybody outside of Litecoin community doesn't like Litecoin. It's kind of a polarizing thing where it's like you love Litecoin, and those are the people in the community, or you kind of really don't like it and you think it's useless. And you can say things about Charlie selling at all-time highs and everything, which he as well didn't know that it was an all-time high at that time. But my point is, I think people have very strong opinions about Litecoin, good and bad, and I don't think there's a lot of neutral. I don't think there's a lot of mixed feelings. It's more, in my opinion, I think it's more of a you love it or you hate it type of a coin. But basically, back to my point here is that I think when the next wave does come, Litecoin could very easily be seen as one of the most attractive coins, and my reasoning for that is simply because it works. Litecoin does work. It does what it's supposed to do. It's getting better at what it's supposed to do. And we still haven't seen that fact that Litecoin isn't competing with Bitcoin like pretty much every other crypto. We haven't really seen that come into play. We really haven't seen that opportunity for Litecoin really present itself just yet because of this prolonged bear market that we've been in pretty much all of 2018. When crypto does kick off, when the institutions do get in, I think that will be beneficial for Litecoin. And again, guys, I could be wrong, but I just wanted to come on and kind of give my opinion about this because the individual commented this and I watched the video that he asked me to watch. And while I don't, I'm not hating at all. I don't think I said anything negative about the other guy's video, Modern Investor's video. I didn't say anything negative about him or his opinion. I'm just saying I think I disagree with that. I think Litecoin is not just an old coin that is getting ready to be shafted. I don't think it's overvalued at all. It's quoted here as a conclusion, hovering at approximately $50 US, we believe Litecoin is significantly overvalued, meaning the price should be lower. Given the lack of a viable investment thesis, non-existent positive catalysts, and strong negative catalysts, we expect Litecoin to continue to substantially underperform in the crypto market. And that's basically to say that even if the market would turn around, they're saying that Litecoin will underperform and essentially fall back in terms of market cap, maybe out of the top 10, top 15, according to what they're saying here. And there are plenty of people that disagree. I think Litecoin is very useful. I wanted to come on and kind of talk about Litecoin because I know so many of you are fans of Litecoin, even in this depressing market in terms of prices. Well, let me know what you think. I know many of you are Litecoin fans. Has any of that changed? Have you changed your opinion in the past few months? The past week, let me know what you think. But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.